Recently, I took a vacation. I rested, read a few books, fed my nerd side, did some farming, and woke up. When I woke up, it was so nice not to set an alarm, to be free of the demands of a tight schedule, and to enjoy a slower pace. I got back to work and bam, I got hit with the realities of loving and serving women who are going through such hard things. A friend divorcing, a death in a woman's family, an attempted suicide, poorly done breakup, a diagnosis of breast cancer, an ex-husband off in Europe with a lover, and a few friends in really difficult home situations. And all of this news in 4 days. So much pain, so much sorrow. It felt so heavy. I tried hard to pray and lift these women's heartaches to Jesus, as is my usual habit, but somehow I just still seemed to feel their burdens. There were just so many. I voiced my concerns to a friend who prayed for me, and something wonderful happened. God gave me a picture in my imagination of caring. But before I tell you about the picture, one point of explanation. In the Bible, God uses an affectionate metaphor for his people. We are his sheep. If you study sheep and shepherding, you'll find that the condition of the sheep is completely related to the kind and watchful care of their shepherd. If he is attentive to flies and pests and gnats, if he clears the field of harmful foliage, prepares the pastures by seeding them in advance, if he knows the places of safety and the places of danger, then he shows good care for his flock. If, however, he is thoughtless, a poor planner, uncaring for the well-being of the flock, they will surely go crazy from gnats and pests, get into harmful situations, and perish. So back to my mental picture. I was in a green field full of woolly sheep. There were so many of them. I stooped down, patting and stroking one of them, trying to comfort this sheep. Its head was on my shoulder, and I felt its forelegs trying to rise to my shoulder too, and I became overwhelmed, and I feared that I would topple over. Just at that moment of feeling like I would fall, Jesus came, scooped up the sheep, lifted it up across his broad shoulders. It's a classic pose that I've seen in paintings. Jesus is carrying a wounded or scared lamb, holding one set of lambs on either side of his head, so that the lamb is completely secured. Well, in my imagination, he secured the sheep, then held onto it with his right hand and slid his left hand across my shoulders, and then he guided me through the flock of sheep. To me, this was the perfect picture of caring. The Bible says we're to carry one another's burdens, but then also quickly states that we should be carrying our own as well. This is in Galatians 6, verses 2 and 5. So I'm learning this. In order for me to be helpful in the kingdom, in order for me to make a difference for my sheep, in order for me to stay stable enough to help others, I must be tight with the shepherd. He is the one who stabilizes me. As Jesus cares for you, you will be stable enough to care for others. He is the one who gives me strength and guidance when I'm overwhelmed with the sorrows and the sadnesses of this world. So let me ask you some questions. What do you do with bad news? What do you do when the sorrows of this world come onto the shore of your life, not just in a wave or two, but in a repetitive deluge, one that seems to threaten to pull you under? What do you do when the stable people in your life seem distracted or unable to provide you with the comfort you crave? Where do you turn? May I make a recommendation? Get tight and stay tight with your good shepherd. Spend time with him, know him, talk with him, and create space for him to interact with you. Let me send you off today with an encouraging word from John 10. Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. I am the good shepherd. I know my sheep, and my sheep know me. Just as the Father knows me, and I know the Father, and I lay down my life for the sheep. So, whatever is going on in your workplace or your personal space, Stay tight with the Good Shepherd. For a list of discussion questions and a Bible study on this topic, go to 7-men.tumblr.com and have a great rest of the day. Thanks.